In the weeks since Washington Democrats made Vice President Harris their nominee, the American people have had their hands full trying to figure out where her campaign stands on the issues on the top of their minds. They've got serious questions about her role in everything from the runaway spending that gave them the worst inflation in 40 years to the open borders policies that invited the worst humanitarian and security crisis the southern border has ever seen. Thus far, haven't received many answers. The problem is not that the Vice President doesn't have a record. She campaigned for president once before, worked hand in hand with President Biden for 4 years since. Instead, the problem is that on issue after issue, Vice President Harris has, at one time or another, played both sides. Well, working families want to know this time what side she's on. Take energy policy. Back in 2019, then Senator Harris went on record saying, quote, "There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking." Fast forward, after 4 years of undermining exploration for abundant American energy, the Harris campaign says her policies as president would be different. During her time in the Senate, our former colleague co-sponsored the Zero Emission Vehicles Act, a bill that would require car manufacturers to sell only zero-emission vehicles after 2040. These days, her campaign avoids getting pinned down about whether she would seek an electric vehicle mandate. Then, Senator Harris also went on record in support of the Green New Deal, including its make-work programs and job guarantees. These days, as the Biden-Harris war on American energy rages on, the Harris campaign conveniently reveals that she no longer supports this resolution. And apparently, there's no policy too small for the campaign to walk back. Not even the Vice President's stated support for, get this, a federal ban on plastic straws. According to the campaign, that's been reversed as well. Well, micromanaging fountain drinks is one thing, but as millions of Americans contend with the business end of the Biden-Harris climate and economic agenda, they ought to know precisely where the Democratic Party nominee stands. Policies matter. They can quite literally be the difference between affording gas and groceries and going without. Voters are fed up with flip-flops, and the Vice President ought to come clean.